Alrighty, welcome back to today's charting session. It is Monday, April 29th. 2 more days left in April, today and tomorrow. Then we're on to May. Um, honestly, let's just get right into it. First of all, I hope everyone had a good trading day, whether you won or lost. I hope you learned something. Let's just let's get right into this because I want to talk about a few things today. So here is my trade for the day. So going into the morning, literally at market open, we had a sweep of buy side liquidity right here, right? We have our sell side down here and our buy side up here. Okay. So we had a sweep of buy side liquidity immediately, right? Displacement through. We had everything we wanted to see. We have these highs up here. Okay. So I'm watching it drop. I mean, it free falled for a hot minute. We displaced massively through sell side. Come to retest again, displaced again, which is okay. That's totally fine with me. And then once I saw this market structure shift, right here is where I saw the what's it called? Um, I saw the bullish market structure shift. So let's make this bullish. So we have a bullish market structure shift here, right? Looks fucking great. And I'm starting to see things that I like to see because I'm obviously going to target buy side liquidity up here, these highs. So I'm waiting for a good entry on this. And honestly, the better entry would have been somewhere in this fair value gap range, right here in this range. That would have been a pretty optimal entry, but I just didn't take it because I wanted a little more confluence. Plus, we didn't have that market structure yet. We didn't have that market structure shift yet. Or actually, sorry, we did. My fault. I just didn't take it. I wanted to wait and see if anything else happened. And if we climbed higher, I wanted it to fill here and then come back to fill one of these and then shoot up. But we displaced through this fair value gap as well, this inverse, which then created an inverse. And I took my entry right in this candle right here when we came and displaced through this fair value gap. Or actually, no, sorry. It was this candle right here, this down close candle right here. I took my entry there at around the 17,886 range, right at that zone. I had a limit order set. I saw what I wanted to see. I wanted to come back into this fair value gap. I didn't set my entry when I saw it come in right here into this candle right here. I was waiting to see for a nice move dip into it because I wanted to see that get hit. I wanted to see that get hit pretty heavily, which it did, and I liked. So I had set my limit order. It got ran through, which I wanted to see. Stops at the lows right here at this sell side zone, and obviously I'm targeting this buy side up here for a 1 to 3.04. Okay, so I'm gonna tell you a few things I personally did wrong here, which I could have done better, for sure. Which was, if we go into the 1 minute here, right? There was a lot of things here that I could have seen, but that's just a note for next time. Nobody's perfect. So we displaced through here. I got entered and I got filled in this zone right here at the 17,860 range right there, and it started to come up here, and I was thinking of taking half profits right here, which would only be one contract because I play two minis on NQ. Usually, I was thinking of taking half profits at this buy side liquidity zone right here, which up here at this point I was up 1100 at the 17,91650 range. But obviously, I'm not. It didn't hit my TP or any of my zones for take profits yet. Not my take profit one yet. So obviously I'm not going to enter off of that. Like I'm not going to take a position off that because it didn't hit it, Like I'm not going to get greedy and just take profits like all the way right there, and that's that, right? Sorry, I'm really thirsty today. I don't know what it is. Anyways, so yeah, I was up 1100, right? And I'm sitting there just kind of like, watching it. I'm waiting. I'm, just waiting for it to hit my first TP so I can take half profits and let the runner go. And I luckily, thankfully, I was moving my stop. I had a trailing stop loss. So I think my trailing stop loss was about at the 17,899 range at this point when it was at its peak up here, because I don't want to trail it too far up. But right after this happened, and we got up into this zone right here, Let me show you guys what I missed was this over here, this order block right here that we literally tapped into and we just fell all the way down was this order block right here, as well as a 2 minute fair value gap. So we have a 2 minute fair value gap that it came into, and we came into an order block zone as well, which I should have seen, right? I should have seen that. But my thinking was we took out sell side liquidity in the daily zone. We're headed towards buy side liquidity, right? I'm thinking, okay, it's a green light, like I'm good. But no, after this displacement move, we came up here. This was the biggest, these were the two biggest moves of the day up until about, yeah, like, what would that be, 840, or sorry, 740-ish. And then after that, it was kind of sideways like the rest of the day. I mean, we ended up taking that buy zone, but really, really low volume, like nothing you really want to trade, in my opinion. I mean, there was this move, which I didn't even see. That's a pretty hefty move. Um, but yeah, I mean, price action was good. It was just a bad entry point. Well, actually, no, it wasn't even a bad entry point. It just, I didn't see that order block there, which I should have been looking for. And I saw the fair value gap, but I thought we were going to displace through it since we already displaced through like 2 minute fair value gaps already, as well. And I guess the optimal entry would have been here. Like I was watching TJR's trade recap of today, which he took a trade, and same thing, he was long as well. He got filled right in this zone right here, and I think he took his from right at the opening of that fair value gap, and I think he took his like all the way up to like the order block range or something like that, like right in this zone right here. He had his stops at the bottom of that fair value gap, I think it was. So he had a pretty good fill today. So good for him. It would have been nice to see something of that for myself, but it's okay. I still technically won the trade. I ended up with like $300 profit because I had my trailing stop loss. So it is what it is. Um, I would have liked to see it, gone past this order block, took out this buy side, and come up here to this buy side up here, and gotten in that trade. And most people are going to sit there and be upset and crying about not having a crazy amount of profit, and they probably would have sold it like 1100 when they saw that, when they're only halfway through their TP, right? It just is what it is. I'm not super worried about it at all. I don't stress about it because I know what I'm doing is right by not just being greedy and taking profits right away. Um, and yeah, so that's something to work on. I should definitely have seen that order block there, that it tapped into it perfectly, and then it just retraced right back down and rejected off that. So I definitely should have seen that, and the fair value gap zone as well. Like literally two main zones that it tapped into and rejected off of, which I should have seen, which is okay. It's just on my part that's bad. So I'll take the $300 for the day. It is what it is. Um, and that's just the way it is, guys. Sometimes you win, sometimes you lose, and I wouldn't consider this a losing trade, but I also wouldn't consider it a winning trade either. I would just consider it let's move on to tomorrow type of trade. There was also no news today, so that's why I was uh, kind of excited going into today, thinking that there was going to be some pretty good price action. It could have been better. I've seen better non-news day price action before. Um, and this is another thing I want to talk about as well, which is like also having good risk management. Because if you don't have risk management, you're screwed. And that's how you lose your account. That's how you do, whatever. That's how you not become a successful trader. And I'm not a successful trader yet by no means, but that's just, what I'm telling you from a bunch of the industry, people in the industry. Usually, I'm gonna let you guys know. I'm pretty sure I've covered this before, but when you have a move like this in the morning, where how much points did this even drop? Let's see. Um, I don't even hold on. Let's see. How many points did this even drop? I mean, it dropped a pretty good amount. Yeah, so we dropped 116, almost 120 points in 11 minutes, 10 minutes. Yeah. So don't don't be worried if things like that happen, because sometimes price action will be a little choppy the rest of the day if you have a big move like that in the morning. Um, and actually, one thing I heard today, uh, that was that was pretty interesting was is one thing that can actually help you in trading if you feel the urge to get to Monday really quickly and trade, which I do too, but I kind of like to wait like 20 minutes, 30 minutes before after market is already open to really get into a trade, because of that excitement of wanting to trade and start the week off green. Um, which is another reason why I'm okay with today because I didn't start it off red, but I really wouldn't consider this a green day just because of it not hitting my TP. Yes, I had a trailing stop loss, but you know, my $400 or $300 win today compared to what it could have been, which would have been like 2,200 or something like that. Um, it's kind of whatever because I won, 400 out of 2,200. That means I had, what, 1,800 left or 300. Sorry, that means I had $1,900 left to go with that I didn't get to, make. But that's okay. I'm okay with that. So I'm gonna take this day as a lesson. To be able to watch for things like that major order block that I saw in the fair value gap zone. But like I said, we already displaced through how many fair value gaps have we displaced through? One, two, three fair value gaps we displaced through. Four fair value gaps. So you know, I wasn't too I wasn't worried about the fair value gap zone right there, but an order block would have been more serious thing to watch out for, I guess, which which is fine. If I would have waited a little longer and I saw it reject off that order block, I probably would have had a no trade day, or I would have just shorted um, back to buy side or sell side liquidity. But that's okay. Like I said, I'll take today as a lesson. And if you guys want to see more about how I trade and what I use and those kind of things, I am making a playlist and a series on ICT concepts and all the different things and how to pair them together, which I'm going to record another video tonight talking about that. So I hopefully you guys can tune into that and that'd be pretty cool. Um, and with that, I hope everyone had a good trading day. I hope you guys, like I said, I hope you learned something. And if you didn't, let's go into tomorrow and have a better trading day. Even if you don't trade, always be taking them as lessons and always be learning on what you can do better. Even if see a trade after the market already closed and being like, oh, I could have taken that, blah, blah, blah. Always just be looking to be better. That's my thing. So that's my little life lesson for the day is always look to be better and always look to uh, learn from not doing things or doing things wrong or right. Anyway, just always be willing to learn and take lessons from things. Um, so with that, you know, I hope everyone has a great rest of their evening. Oh, one more thing. Back to the risk management thing, real quick. When you're managing your risk, always make sure you have, you know, give yourself breathing room in your stop loss, but don't make it to where it's like 50-point stop loss, right? Because then you're going to screw yourself. Risk management is being able to calculate the amount of risk you're willing to lose and the amount of risk you're willing to gain as well. You have to be taking on a certain amount of risk. So that 20-point stop loss is about, what is it? It's $40 a point. So yeah, about 100. No, sorry, that'd be like a $300, $400 stop loss, right? With a it was like a 2,200 take profit or something like that. So it was simple 1 to 3. It wasn't anything crazy, but like I said, always be managing your risk and always be willing to learn. Like I said, life lesson for the day. With that, I hope everyone has a great rest of their evening. Enjoy time with your family. Do whatever you got to do. If you're in school, which I am too, finish up some schoolwork. I know it might not be the most important thing to you if you're here on this video instead of doing homework. Just do it, get it over with, focus on trading. Um, and it'll work out for you in the long run. So, hope everyone has a great rest of their evening. Enjoy time with your family, and I'll see you all tomorrow.